February 18th, 2013 to June 17th, 2013, Nickelodeon ran a programming block called Nick Studio 10, which centered around various Nickelodeon actors including Jeanette McCurdy and Ariana Grande from Sam and Cat. The show was filmed inside the Nickelodeon headquarters and featured a mix of stunts and skits. Unfortunately, the response to the show's premiere was overwhelmingly negative, with viewers and critics panning it for being unfunny, wasting food, and interrupting other Nickelodeon shows with short clips. As of today, the show sits at a terrible rating of 1.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Due to its poor reception, the programming block was cancelled in June of 2013, and it was promptly removed from Nickelodeon's lineup. As a result, the show's interruptions during other Nickelodeon shows also stopped airing. Most of the episodes and interruptions that were uploaded online were during or shortly after the show's original run, with very little footage being uploaded since then. Before Pixar's 2004 animated movie The Incredibles was released, 3 online trailers were created to promote the film. These trailers were called First in Line, Still First in Line, and First in Line Sold Out. However, there was not much information available about these trailers online, and most of what was known about them comes from reviewers' recollections because they can no longer be accessed on the original Disney site. From what reviewers remember, the trailers are meant to make fun of the typical Hollywood hype surrounding movie releases. The first 2 trailers, First in Line and Still First in Line, supposedly feature a male fan of the upcoming movie waiting in line. These shorts were not actual clips from the movie but instead focused on promoting the movie's release date. To the disappointment of many reviewers, these shorts were not included in the DVD and Blu-ray releases of The Incredibles. Furthermore, the shorts were taken down from the Disney Geek website and were not available to the public for a long time. However, on March 18th, 2020, the first trailer was discovered on a promotional CD-ROM that was distributed in the UK, and it has since been uploaded to YouTube. Then about a year later, on July 10th, 2021, the other 2 trailers were discovered and uploaded to archive.org. Back in 1990, Don Bluth's animated film All Dogs Go to Heaven was met with both commercial and critical disappointment. To promote the VHS release of the movie, MGM partnered with Procter & Gamble for an advertising campaign that cost over $13 million. The campaign featured newly animated footage by Don Bluth's US studio, which showed the film's characters giving each other tape as a holiday gift. In addition, a separate advert was made for Downy detergent, featuring live-action dogs discussing the movie while the owners were purchasing both Downy detergent and the movie on VHS at a store. Despite the strange pairing of a movie and laundry detergent, this campaign seemed to have paid off, as the VHS release of All Dogs Go to Heaven was a massive success at the time. Fast forward to July 5th, 2016, when a YouTube user named Panani8 uploaded 24 minutes of commercials that were recorded on November 14th, 1990 during an airing of the movie Short Circuit 2. And if you go to the timestamp 23 minutes and 42 seconds on the YouTube video, you can see the Downy version of the advertising campaign, but the other commercials are still nowhere to be found and are still lost to this day. In 1971, McDonald's expanded their fast food chain to Japan by opening a branch at the Mitsukoshi department store in Tokyo on July 20th. It wasn't until a couple years later in 1973 that the first Japanese television commercial for McDonald's aired, but some people who saw it thought it was strange and more comedic than promoting a restaurant. While many of the McDonald's commercials from 1977 onwards can be found online, the ones that originally aired between 1973 and 1976 are nowhere to be found except for a few that are recently uploaded by a user named Nancy Phillip in 2018. It's possible that there is no footage of these commercials because back then, most people in Japan didn't have the means to record video. They mostly only recorded sound using cassette tapes. However, since the Japanese McDonald's branch has records of the first commercial's air date, it's likely that they have the original prints of the commercials. Journey Through Nutritionland is an animated short film which was created by Dan Haskett and released in 1976. Although Haskett may not be a household name, his animation work has been enjoyed by many people over the years. He has worked on numerous classic animated features and designed some famous characters, such as Ariel from The Little Mermaid and Belle from Beauty and the Beast. He's also contributed to the creation of popular shows like Tiny Toon Adventures, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Animaniacs, and The Simpsons. His talent as an animator and artist is highly respected in the industry, particularly at Disney and Warner Brothers. Journey Through Nutritionland was Haskett's first official work that he designed and directed, created before he received training at Disney. The elusive animated short, which was 15 minutes long, was distributed by Kellogg's and may have been a promotional tie-in to their food products. The animation was produced by Teletactics, which was a New York animation studio that made commercials, industrial films, and animated specials. Their other animated special, Why the Bears Dance on Christmas Eve, is still available, but their 1-hour animated special, Days of Liberty, which was originally aired on July 4th, 1976, has remained unsurfaced to this day. Unfortunately, Teletactics shut down after the founder, Barry Drucker, passed away unexpectedly in 1978. There are some sources, such as the book Pulling a Rabbit Out of a Hat, The Making of Roger Rabbit, that claim fellow animator Tom Saito also worked on the short. although he is not credited on IMDb. Retrontario, a YouTube channel, posted a short clip of the short on the channel on December 10th, 2021, and as of this recording, this is the only known clip of the short available. In late 1979 and early 1980, Chuck E. Cheese Pizza Time Theater ran a 30-second animated commercial. Unfortunately, very little information is available about the commercial, and there are very few remnants of its existence. However, a 1979 brochure for Pizza Time Theater mentions 30 to 60-second TV ads as part of the advertising package, so it's possible that this commercial was part of that package. Thankfully, some animation cells from the commercial were saved and are now owned by Damon Breland, who is the owner of Smitty's Super Service Station. The cells were first seen in a YouTube video by Sets, Streets, and Eats. Unfortunately, most of the shots in the video don't show the cells up close. However, high-quality scans of the cells are posted on the Facebook page for showbizpizza.com, but they were quickly removed. Thankfully though, the images have been saved and re-uploaded to the Internet Archive. There's a piece of animation called Blood and Guts that's partially found, and it's thought to be a UK production that aired on Nickelodeon, but there's not much concrete information available about it. However, on August 6, 2018, a video was uploaded by a YouTube channel named Vortex360 that's titled Nickelodeon Blood and Guts. Upon further inspection of Vortex360's account, another video called MTV Blaze and Lionel can be found. And this video features a similar animation style as the clip from Blood and Guts. Additionally, the voice actor of the second character in MTV Blaze and Lionel sounds very similar to the character Blood from the Lost Short. Reddit user Scoodle made a post on December 24th, 2018 on the subreddit r/lostfilms, where they detail the discovery of the short. According to the user, there may have been at least one more episode of the series. The only other detail they could remember was that one of the episodes may have had what looks like a chandelier. Mike Henry, a former American football player turned actor, was a well-known figure in the entertainment industry for his roles in popular movies and TV shows, such as Tarzan in the 1960s and Junior from the Smokey and the Bandit series. Back in 1964, CBS acquired the rights to a children's show idea featuring Batman, which was pitched to them by producer Ed Graham. To promote the show, Mike Henry dressed up as Batman and posed for a series of publicity stills. The show was intended to be more serious in tone than the Batman TV series that aired on ABC starring Adam West, and Mike Henry was one of the actors being considered for the role of Batman. However, the show never materialized, as DC Comics regained the TV rights for Batman and struck a deal with ABC to create the iconic 1966 series that has since become a pop culture phenomenon. Unfortunately, anything related to the 1964 Batman pitch, including the publicity stills featuring Mike Henry, were either disposed of or lost over time, and they have yet to resurface to this day. This animated advertisement was created for Standard Federal Bank, which was based in Detroit and is now Bank of America. It is believed to have aired in the late 1990s, most likely as a local funding promo on Detroit PBS station WTVS, although it may have also aired on other Detroit area stations. The ad supposedly began in an art museum, featuring a staircase and various art frames hung on a green wall with silhouettes of people in the foreground. The camera ultimately pans to an art piece of the Standard Federal Bank logo, with new age music playing in the background and potentially a female voiceover. Unfortunately, this commercial has not surfaced on the internet, as it was aired during a time when recording PBS funding promos were not as common. In early 2013, a contributor to the Lost Media Wiki named the Yoshi State recreated what the ad may have looked like in maze-like fashion using the Trimble SketchUp program and uploaded it to the Trimble 3D warehouse. Furthermore, it's possible that any remaining tapes of the ad that were kept by Standard Federal Bank were erased after the bank was acquired by LaSalle Bank of Chicago in 2004, or after LaSalle was acquired by Bank of America in 2008. And even if Detroit PBS station WTVS had kept tapes of the ad, their fate is unknown, especially considering that the station moved to a new location in the late 2000s, and it's possible that the tapes were not brought along during the move.